What I want you all to realize, the incredible discovery that went into developing and creating this product. There's never been anything created like it. And I want you to understand what went into developing this product, because it is so incredible what went on to develop this product. Next slide, please. You really need to understand superbugs because this is really the key reason that you need to consider this product. I was a bacteriologist at one time. I was supervisor at the clinical laboratories in Rapid City, South Dakota. And in running the bacteriology department, we would notice that every time we would culture out bacteria or viruses that we got down from the floors of people who had different diseases, we would grow them out. And then the drug companies would provide us a disc to lay in there to see which one of the antibiotics actually destroyed that particular bacteria. The awesome thing that was happening was every 5 months, we had to get a new batch of ingredients. And we could see these superbugs being developed and actually mutating by the last antibiotic that we were using. And I was just amazed to think, what happens when we cannot actually produce another antibiotic that's going to stop these guys? Because some of them had mutated to a very strong position. Well, I always believed that someday in the future, we would run into a few of these that we couldn't stop. Now, the flu virus that's going on right now is really a very unique situation, because what's happened is several of these have really gone past any antibiotic out there that will stop them. And it's going to continue on in a lot of other areas of this whole thing called disease. That's why this product is so incredibly important for you to understand, because this is the only substance that I've ever found that gives us protection, lifelong protection. Next slide, please. Dr. Kachima at the University of Tokyo many years ago, back in 1946, discovered a substance called interferon. Interferon is a substance that is in every immune cell in your body. Now, this substance is very important to the quality of your immune system, because your immune system uses this substance and every bit of defense for your body. When he discovered it, he realized one very important thing, that the interferon was used up very rapidly by the immune cells when it got into some tough situations, where it was dealing with a cancer, where it was dealing with maybe some bad viruses. And when the immune system used up the interferon, it was defenseless. It had nothing. He also realized that 75% of the time, your immune system is defending you from your colon. Now, if it takes that much of the immune system, 75% of the immune system, to defend you from your colon, that doesn't leave a lot of protection. Then the fact is, you have a challenge of a very tough situation. Your immune system is just defenseless. So Dr. Kachima, when he discovered interferon, it was the most remarkable discovery of its time. Now, when he started to work with it, he realized in nature, there has to be a substance that maybe would trigger the immune cells to build interferon faster and replenish it faster and keep the immune system at a very strong position all the time. Well, he started his research. 40 years later, he discovered 4 botanicals in the rainforest that when he combined them together, actually created a substance that the immune cell would react to and continue to produce interferon at much higher levels. Next slide, please. Now, this came out in Time magazine in 1980. Time magazine featured a revolutionary treatment for cancer on its front page cover. Interferon, a natural interferon, is produced by the body, and Dr. Kachima discovered how to produce it synthetically and discovered ways for new hope for patients with hepatitis C. After his discovery of the synthetic, Dr. Kachima began the long and tedious work, 40 years of journey, to research to find a natural plant extract which would help the body produce more of its own natural interferon. He evaluated hundreds of thousands of compounds in over 200 different herbs and isolated 4 botanicals, which became the most proficient in this area. Now, Nutriferon is a product that obviously Dr. Shackley, or the Shackley Corporation at the time, patented when they made the product. Now, you got to understand, people, the odds of anybody ever finding this ingredients is almost remote. But I just want you to realize today, we've had this product since about 1995, 96, 97, right in there. It's been patented. They tried to make it chemically and it wouldn't work. So we today hold the patent to a product that's revolutionary. And I just can't tell you what the market potential this product is. Next slide, please. So this also came out in Time magazine quite recently. Are you now ready for the next pandemic? Now, the reality of this is that you guys got to face, and every person's got to face the reality of the viruses that mutate past the ability of us stopping them with any kind of antibiotic. It's already come, and you're seeing this today with several new problems that have cropped up. Now, you got to understand there's going to be a lot more. We've overused antibiotics to the point that antibiotics a day are probably at its end game of being able to do this. So now we're down to what naturally we can do for our own immune system in our body, and we have discovered that real ingredient. Next slide, please. Well, Nutriferon has been studied and gone on study at Cornell Medical College, has studied the impact of this Nutriferon on many things. It increases the activity of the killer cells. Now, for a lot of you that don't know what that means is, you have a particular group of immune cells that are called T cells. They're the killer cells. They're the ones that you really want a large number of, and you want them in really good ability to tackle a lot of things. This is where we saw some really good results as we started developing and working on this particular product. So we've got something here that all of you need to understand. Has gone through the research, it's gone through the clinicals, it's had all the stuff done to it, it's patented now today, and we are the sole supplier of it worldwide. And I just want you to realize Shackley funded the development of an entirely new technique for studying viruses called human airway epithelial model, because it allowed testing now without using animals. Next slide, please. So this is a breakthrough product, people. And we've got 3 exclusive patents on it, 4 clinical tests on it, and 4 years of research on it. Now they're still researching on it. They're still trying to learn more about it because this is the answer. This is the answer for long-term protection to human beings. Because if your own immune system can't stop them, antibiotics sure aren't going to be the answer. Now, this particular product is very unique. There's nothing on the market to compare it to. And anybody that's tried to make it chemically has not had good results. So I just want you to realize that chemically, it does not work. It's got to have the ingredients the way Mother Nature made it. Next slide, please. So the 4 botanicals that they finally got it down to, you're looking at on the screen. Now, of all the hundreds and thousands of work that Dr. Kachima did, there was a reason that these 4 were finally discovered, because they had been used in other forms in a lot of other research, and they knew exactly what these plant seeds could do. So when they got down to this, they started to see if maybe they had the ingredients. And those are the 4 ingredients that's gone into this. Well, since this is patented, and there's several reasons of the combinations that's used to go into it, and several realization of the process that goes into making it. And that's why nobody's been able to make it. And of course, since it's been patented, the way we do it, it's going to take somebody a long time to duplicate it. Okay, next slide, please. Well, each one of those herbs has got a real place in the whole system of understanding these herbs. And we today will tell you, lying in nature are still a lot of ingredients that we have not worked with. This is the reason why Shaklee today has such a great future, because we are now continuously looking into nature. And we have a process of being able to take it away from nature and not destroy any of the molecular structure that nature's made and the enzyme that nature put in it. Next slide, please. So we want you to understand, you can't imagine the business we're doing with this product today. I really believe a person can make director in 30 days with just this product. And I really believe you're going to build a consumer base that's going to be phenomenal, because where else is people going to do this? Now, just to give you an example, the other day, I have a couple that the husband's using the product and the wife would never use the product for one reason or another, I don't know. But she came down with the virus and she has been in the hospital and they're trying to save her life. He never got it. He never got sick. We were exposed to both of them just a month ago. And we were thinking, oh my gosh, we have not got it. We have not had anything over the years. But I do take 4 a day. And I do it every day because that seems to be the amount that has done really well for my body maintaining itself. Next slide, please. So we want you to understand it's a substance within the immune system that the immune system uses. It signals neighboring cells to put up their defense. It activates killer cells. And that's those T cells that I told you about. And it helps prevent you from daily oxidation to millions of germs that can obviously lead to other further problems. Now, if you look at this, and I've started a lot of people on it, and I've got a lot of people that will never go off of it. And I keep growing the market bigger and bigger because people are realizing that this superbug that's obviously going to start to happen is going to come in a lot of forms. There's going to be a lot of different kinds of superbugs. So you just got to try it. You just got to try it. And I tell you, it works. Next slide, please. So when we look at this thing, it increases the production of your body's natural interferon. And interferon is the substance. It optimizes your natural immune response. It prepares your immune system to better handle the invaders. And obviously, the healthy cells that you've got potentially can obviously stay in that healthy condition and be able to withstand a lot of things. Now, I don't know what the potential of being able to continue to create a better and better immune system is. Well, I just don't know that. But I was with Yamanuchi when Yamanuchi discovered this, and we were in Italy, And Mr. Morioka, who at that time was CEO and chairman of the board of Yamanouchi Pharmaceutical, and Yamanouchi is the largest pharmaceutical house in Japan. When they owned Shaklee, they were so good at working with us on our natural attempt to create natural products. When he got up in front of us that day, he was crying. He said, "You can't imagine spending the money Yamanouchi spent for 40 years of research to find this." He said, "We had to go through a lot of years of continuing to have Yamanouchi fund this research. But he says, we found something incredibly great. Today, it's the only product on the market that'll do anything like this. And today, the Shaklee Corporation is the sole supplier." Next slide, please. So we want you to understand it's an ongoing process of obviously you getting exposed to more and more superbugs. And these superbugs are going to continue to develop. We've overused antibiotics. Today, we've had way too many viruses that have been exposed to too many antibiotics, and they've been strong enough to continue to move past those antibiotics. So now maybe we're getting to the point where that whole system is not going to work anymore, that we will not have the ability to stop this. Next slide, please. So we want you to understand the killer cell. That's a special cell in your immune system. It terminates cancer cells in cells infected by viruses or bacteria. Now, the killer cell is really the main ingredient in your immune system that you definitely want to have strong. I don't know what the potential of this product is. I've had people that use 10 a day. I've had people use 15 a day because they've been challenged with some really serious stuff. But I can't tell you, and I just really don't know the mortality rate of people who have been saved from this product and dealing with some very serious problems. But I'm going to tell you something. It's been a phenomenal product in our Shaklee line, and it's right up to my #1, #2 seller. And I really believe I could do 100,000 a month with it, without any question. And I really believe if you think about how you're going to expose this to the market, how you're going to expose this to people, because the awareness now of the immune problem that's coming from all these new ones that are being created, and when you look at all these things that are starting to affect us out there, how sick people are getting, how they're dying, they're going to be open for something. Next slide, please. So anyway, Nutriferon is a product that I'm going to tell you has a lot of attributes, because I don't think any of you realize how effective that immune system can become. And it's just a revolutionary thing to think about having a product like this and what it does. It's almost a miracle that we found it. Yamanouchi found it. Yamanouchi spent 40 years to find it. And the results have been so incredible in the years that we've had this in so many different areas of human health. Next slide, please. So I want you to understand, capable of suppressing the development of cancer cells, reducing the damage of the lining of the colon, protecting the liver, agents of inflammatory disease, effective in strengthening the natural defense. It's got a lot. When you don't realize everything the immune system does in your body to keep you healthy. And so many areas of your body can have physical damage. Next slide, please. So Dr. Kachima did an incredible thing. And we want you to realize that we were blessed that we were owned by Yamanouchi at the time. We were blessed they did this. And I just want you to know I cannot tell you exactly what it's going to do for you. I cannot recommend this because that goes into medicine then. But I'm just telling you today with a little disclaimer that we have had tremendous results from this product in so many areas of human health. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. And I'm going to tell you something. Whatever you do, buy the product, take the product, and enjoy some incredible health. God bless you all. Thank you very, very much.